Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Chad Nicely. In the next few minutes, I want to introduce to you what I believe to be one of the biggest social media phenomenons I've ever come across in 12 years of doing business on the internet. And in the next 30 minutes, I'm going to introduce this new social media phenomenon to you. I'm going to show you how you can use this social media platform to build a residual income. I'm going to give you the opportunity to cash in on a $15 billion IPO. I'm going to show you how you can drive away with a shiny new Lamborghini. You're going to be dressing in style with a premium Rolex watch, just like you see here. And finally, you could quite possibly walk away with over $1 million just for actively participating in this network. And so it is my great pleasure to introduce to you what we have come to know as Bonofa, and more specifically, Cube7.
I strolled without a care, cause I'm going down the road to a brand new place, and I'll get there with a smile on my face. Yeah, so lift me up, I'm moving on, singing and dancing while I play my song. Yeah, I'm having a good time, keeping it going. Come on, clap your hands and won't you sing along? And now let's take it up high. Give our dreams their wings to fly. Gotta keep the fire, keep the fire burning, keep the hope alive. They gotta keep it turning.
Amazing, right? And so my question for you is, what moves people to do great things? And so if we look at the legendary Bill Gates way back in 1975, a year before I was even born, what was Mr. Gates' vision? His vision was to have a computer for every household. And Mr. Gates, I'm pretty sure that you have got pretty close to accomplishing your vision. And then in 2004, Mark Zuckerberg created Facebook. And Mr. Zuckerberg's vision was to connect people from all around the world and enable them to share their experiences on one platform. Mr. Zuckerberg, congratulations. I think you nailed it. And so if we look at the vision for Bonofa, it is very simple. Their vision is to become the world's biggest business network. And here on the screen, you will see the team behind Bonofa. These are the men calling the shots. These are the men that are going to make this a reality. Over here on my right-hand side, we have Detlef, and over here on my left-hand side, we have Thomas Kula. This is the financial backbone to Cube7, and more specifically, the Bonofa opportunity. Now, it's important for you to understand the difference between those two businesses. Bonofa is up here. This is the parent company. This is the umbrella. And then underneath Bonofa, we have subsidiaries. We have different platforms. Cube7 is one of those platforms. Already, Martin Baum, the guy in the middle, who is the brainchild, the drive behind Bonofa and Cube7, has committed to 29 other platforms on paper, all underneath this Bonofa umbrella. And that means opportunity is knocking for you. Now, it's important for you to understand that the two gentlemen on the outside come from the insurance business, and they have done billions of dollars in successful transactions and partnerships. So we are in good hands. Now, I was relieved to learn about these gentlemen because I have seen social networks and I've seen different products and services start up on a nickel and dime budget. And I've also heard about pre-IPOs that have never actually happened. And a lot of the reason is because they don't have the success, they don't have the business plan, they don't have the foundation, and more importantly, they don't have the business and financial backing to make this all a reality. These gentlemen here have that in place. So rest assured, we are in good hands, and there's no doubt in my mind that this IPO goes down in 2017, and people like you, me, and everybody in the network are sure to make a lot of money. Now, in the last 14 months, while they've been developing Cube7 and the Bonofa opportunity, they've actually brought on over 100 partners worldwide. Countries like Germany, India, USA, Austria, Bulgaria, the Netherlands, Switzerland, the list goes on and on. And remember, it's important for you to understand they've already invested over 6 million euros into this network. And so if we talk about the massive marketplace and the internet as a whole, I don't think I have to tell you that there are people that are out there monetizing the internet each and every day, and they are making their dreams come true. You have the same opportunity with Bonofa and Cube7. And just how big is the internet? Currently at this time, the internet consists of 2.4 billion users. There are 500 million users in Europe alone. And in 2018, the internet is expected to grow to 4 billion users worldwide. Think about that. 4 billion users. That's a lot of opportunity there. That's a lot of opportunity for everybody involved in the Bonofa network. Remember, 30 platforms all underneath the Bonofa umbrella. Now, the goal of Cube7 is to be at 100 million users by 2017. This is a very conservative number considering the fact that I just said by 2018 there's supposed to be 4 billion users on the internet. So let's talk a little bit more about Cube7. This social media phenomenon launches on July 7th, 2013, 7:07 a.m. Now, Cube7 consists of the 5 biggest trends we know of on the internet, including communication, shopping, gaming, entertainment, and phone apps, and so much more. But the best part is, and I've never seen this in 12 years of working online, they have rolled all of this up into one single platform. And the reason is simple. They want to make you a lot of money, and they want that IPO in 2017. So in July 7th, the first module, the communication module, is released. Now, this is one of the most important viral aspects, and this is what's going to make Cube7 and Bonofa one of the biggest opportunities we've ever seen on the internet. Do you notice on my screen here, it says 80 bonus credits are credited to your account. Now, that is not my account, that is not your account, but let me explain how this works, because this is massive and it's smart marketing. But it's only smart marketing because they have the financial backing to make this happen. I want you to think back in the days when Facebook first got released. And I know myself, I was out there trying to bring in my friends from other social networks like MySpace and some of the other ones, and I was trying to bring them aboard Facebook. But people were kind of skeptical at the time, and I wasn't getting a lot of my friend requests answered, and people were just ignoring them. Well, what if back in the day I could have said, look, when you become my friend on Facebook, I'm going to give you a voucher for 80 euros, which equates to about $100 round or about, that you can spend on movies, music, shopping, phone apps, the list goes on and on. You receive that voucher for free just for accepting my friend request. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what they have done. This is why this network is going to spread like a viral disease. Everybody that you bring on the Cube7 platform, you are going to have the ability to give them a voucher that they can spend on music, movies, shopping, and phone apps. And this thing is going to spread like mad. And when it does, it's going to be the biggest social media phenomenon on the internet, and that IPO is going to be a piece of cake. And I'm going to tell you more about that IPO in a minute, but first I want to tell you about the communications module. Now, like I said, this is the first part of Cube7. And so we have all of these cool little tools that are actually free of charge. Where other companies and services charge for these tools, Bonofa and Cube7 are offering them for free. These are tools that you have the ability to give away to people that join your network and join Cube7. And so we're going to have the ability to invite our friends. We're going to have chat sessions. We're going to have the ability to share messages, share photos, share videos, create groups, create communities. We're going to have discussion forums, screen sharing, much like we're used to doing every day anyways, video calls similar to Skype and then other platforms out there, video email, which is massive, and I'm going to cover that here in a minute because it is such an amazing feature inside of Cube7. And finally, we even have a webinar platform. Remember, all of these tools are free. So I am constantly out there hosting webinars each and every week. And I'm not going to mention the platform that I use, but I will tell you that I pay for this platform each and every month. And it's not cheap either. With Cube7, I'm able to host my webinars through their social network. But remember, in order for somebody to watch a webinar with Chat Nicely, they first need to join Cube7. Remember, at that time, they're also going to receive that voucher that they can spend on music, movies, shopping, and phone apps. Are you starting to see how this works? So now I'm actually getting paid to host my own webinars, and I cannot wait to start doing this. But you can get an idea of where I'm going with this and how there's monetization built into everything that Bonofa is doing. In addition to that, they also have a free list builder and a complete CRM system. And so you have all your mail, you have your calendar, you have a list of your contacts. We can see when people are clicking our links. We can see how long they're watching our videos. Everything we need to make our business a success, it is included with this opportunity. And then here on my screen, this is what I was just telling you about a minute ago. These are the animated video email templates. Remember, this is a free service. But guess what? As a Cube7 user, if you want to put in that beautiful animated happy birthday background, then you're going to need to pay a few dollars. And guess what? The people with Bonofa, the team that I introduced you to a little while ago, they're not concerned with making a profit. They're not putting any money in their pockets. What they are doing is they're allowing 80% of all the profits of Cube7 to go back in the network, back in my pockets, back in your pockets, and everybody that's involved in this top opportunity. Do you see where I'm going with this? They understand monetization. Monetization has been built in every corner of Cube7 as well as Bonofa. And I will continue to tell you about that as we go along through this slide, because I've never seen an opportunity like this. And a lot of people are going to make a lot of money. Now, along the same lines, they've also got a complete autoresponder and tracking system, just like you see here on the screen. Definitely something that's very important in your business. Once again, free service. They join Cube7, they get the voucher, the autoresponder. It's all happening. This is why this is going to be a monster viral success. Module number 2 is our shopping module. If you look here on the screen, we can look at some of the stats here. In 2013, 35% of all purchases will be done online. Think about the opportunity there. And what if I told you in 2018, that is expected to be 50%. That 35% is going to go to 50%. And so you can see here on the screen, this is the Bonofa platform. I want you to pay attention to this layout. Think about the biggest websites in the world, websites that are already out there that have achieved monster IPOs. And look at the commercial appeal, look at the graphics, look at the marketing, the bling factor, I like to call it. Everything is here to make that IPO happen. And everything is here for a perfect e-commerce website. And the users that come aboard Cube7 are absolutely going to love this. And we have some of the largest premium brands aboard already. You guys might notice some of the logos on the screen. They've also got a discount voucher system. Everything is here to make this thing convert like crazy. And if you are part of this top opportunity up here, once again, you're going to make a lot of money. We said this in the last presentation. This truly is a cash cow. And the best part is a lot of these premium brands, you're not even seeing all of them. There are other companies that are waiting for Cube7 to launch, and they're going to come aboard as well. So opportunity is definitely knocking. Now, pay attention to these beautiful templates on the screen, because this is not what you're used to seeing. You are not looking at WordPress. And I will tell you, being a former business owner and being a local marketer myself, this here is pure genius, and it's a business in itself. And the brilliant minds over at Bonofa and Cube7 have set it up so that the local business owner can monetize from every single customer that walks in their door. And you're not going to find that in any other platform or service out there on the internet. And this in itself is a service that you could sell alone, aside from Cube7 or Bonofa or anything else that you're involved with. And let me explain how this works. We all enjoy eating out, and we go to the pizza parlors, or maybe you're like me and you love the Philly cheesesteak, whatever the case may be. We sit down and our waitress comes over and gives us a card and says, hey, next time you're online, be sure to check out our site. And when you do, you're going to receive a voucher for 80 euros, about 100 US dollars, that you can spend on music, movies, shopping, phone apps. Are you seeing how all this evolves? We're doing the same thing over and over because we have that viral aspect. But in addition to that voucher, we're also going to give you 10% off your next barbecue chicken pizza. Are you seeing this? So what Cube7 is teaching people to do is they're teaching local business owners to build their own database and a list of subscribers that they can market to over and over. So maybe every single Friday, that pizza owner has a 10% discount after 7 o'clock or whatever the case may be. Cube7 is helping the local business owner monetize, and they are helping you monetize as well. So module number 3 is the gaming module. And guess what? The fine folks at Bonofa have gone and hired 30 developers to come in and build future games. But it doesn't just stop there. They're also smart enough to know that they bring in the top games in the market, and they simply undercut all the other sites that are out there selling and offering downloads for the games. This is brilliant. And the reason why is because these guys don't care about making a profit. They want you to make the profit. Remember, 80% of the profit from Cube7 sales goes back into the network, back into my pockets, your pockets, and everybody in this network. And you can see here on the screen, here is the actual storefront for the games. Once again, we have the commercial appeal, we have the bling factor, everything required to make this thing go IPO. And then module number 4 is the entertainment module. Notice the 80 voucher credit right there on the screen. It's not going to go away. It doesn't matter if we bring them in with shopping, with music, or in this case, downloadable music and movies, right? This is a massive market online, and obviously Bonofa and Cube7 understand that this is a massive opportunity for you to monetize with this network, with music and movies. It's brilliant. Next, we have the biggest global trend of 2013. This is the phone apps. Once again, something I am very familiar with, having developed phone apps myself. I will tell you the biggest obstacle for any phone app developer is finding the funding. Everybody has an idea. Everybody has a vision. And they've all heard these stories about how your phone app can make you $1 million and make you rich and make all your dreams come true. And it's true. If you hit the right app and you get it out there in the right marketplace, that can happen. The problem is coming up with the funds to get it developed and pay your developers and all your overhead costs and everything else. Well, what you can do is you can take that idea over to the development team of Bonofa and say, here is my idea for this app. They will get it built. They will pay for all the costs. They will go out there and market that app, and then they will turn around and they will share the profit with you. It's features and benefits like this that make Bonofa and Cube7 a monster success. And speaking of success, let's look at some of the reasons why the phone app has become such a monster phenomenon in 2013. And so we're going to go and we're going to look at users age 16 through 24. And we're going to look at some interesting little facts here. And what if I told you that during that age, they retrieve emails over 45 times per month? And when it comes to mobile games, they spend over 4 hours every single week playing and downloading games. The same games that you are going to be able to offer in the Cube7 network. And I can tell you that even though I don't have a 16-year-old yet, it's coming. I've got this gorgeous little 4-year-old, and she's constantly on her mommy and daddy's phones playing all of these phone apps and all these games and everything else. So now we're a little lower than 16, but it just goes to show you that phone apps are massive at any age. Once again, opportunity for you. And then there's the music on the smartphones, and you know they're out there doing this, right? They drive me crazy too, okay? But they spend over 6 hours per week listening to music on their smartphones. And probably the most interesting fact to me is that they spend an average of 23 hours per month online. Massive, massive trend. It's not going away. It's just going to get bigger, and you need to get a piece of the pie. Now, I'm going to demonstrate to you some of the phone apps that Bonofa and Cube7 have actually developed. And when I saw this, I was blown away. And I've actually had the opportunity to go out there and try it, and it is just amazing. This here on the screen is called the Cube Card. And I'm going to explain how this works to you. You might be at a Thanksgiving dinner. You might be enjoying Christmas with your kids. Maybe you're at Disneyland. Maybe you're at a marketing event like I do. And you take out your phone, even though this isn't my phone. I'll pretend this is my phone. And you take a picture of your family, your kids, your customers, whatever the case may be. And you can sit here and go into the phone app and type in a little caption or a custom greeting. You hit a button, and this picture will go. It'll print, convert into a postcard, and then the team at Bonofa will mail that to the recipients of your choice. You don't have to do anything. All you had to do was snap that picture. Now think about that at Christmas time. Think about Christmas cards. Think about, like I just said a minute ago, if you're at a marketing event and the marketing cost that's going to save me. But then think even deeper and understand that once again, this is a chance for you to monetize inside of Bonofa and Cube7. And I'm going to give you an example. I just told you a couple minutes ago that I currently, in the past, owned restaurants where I served Philly cheesesteaks, and we actually had authentic Philly cheesesteaks, ribbon fries, funnel cakes, and Breyer's milkshake, and I'm very, very proud of those restaurants. They were my passion in life and everything, so you'll hear me talk a lot about them. And one of the things we would do is we would definitely try to take care of our repeat customers, because like I said a couple minutes ago, it is 1,000,000 times easier to take care of a repeat customer than it is to go out there and try to find new ones. And so being a Photoshop guy that I am, I would go and I would spend hours designing these custom postcard templates, 300 DPI and everything. And then I would get online and I would spend all this money to have them printed, pay for this overnight shipping and everything. And then they would ship the postcards to me, and my wife and I would actually take the time and we would sit there and address each and every one of those postcards. We would stamp them. We would send them out for every birthday, every Christmas, every anniversary, every Easter, whenever we could, and we would offer our customers free food. we would say, hey, congratulations, it's your birthday. Come in and get you a big old Philly cheesesteaks on the house. Now, a lot of people just kind of, it's a little off the subject, but they thought I was crazy because they're going, wow, you don't understand business and cost of goods, and you're going to go in the hole with this. But what they didn't understand that we did was nobody comes to a restaurant by themselves on their birthday. They always come in with 10 or 11 people. So even though I was giving away one Philly cheesesteak, I was also selling 10 or 11 at the same time. So it was definitely a monster profit, and this Cube card deal right here would have been perfect for what we were doing. So that's just kind of one little example of how I could have definitely used this Cube card in my life. And once again, to me, this is a business in itself, aside from Cube7 and aside from Bonofa. So since we're talking about money, I want to go and I want to teach you how you guys can be able to monetize not only from Bonofa, but also the Cube7 residuals as well. But before we do that, I need to go over some legal matters here, and I need to assure you that there are no guarantees regarding income. The success or failure of each partner, like any other business, depends on each partner's own skills and personal efforts. And incomes discussed in this video are the results of retail sales of Bonofa and Cube7 products and services. Partners and their team members recruited and trained to do the same. And so now that we covered that, we did our homework, I'm going to show you how you can monetize from Bonofa and Cube7. Now, I want to make sure I keep you guys awake, so we're going to have a little fun with this. And what I've done is I broke this into 5 separate missions that you guys need to complete. I'm going to show you how simple this is. And mission number 1, we're calling our first order bonus. And this is very simple. Everybody that you bring in on the first level, you will receive 10% commission. You guys most definitely want to bring in 3 people on your first level, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But what's an even better goal for you once you achieve those 3 people is you want to bring in 5 people on this level. And I will give you a little hint. It has a little something to do with vroom, vroom. Okay, now mission number 2, we call this the fast start bonus, and this goes from level 2 through 12, and it's very simple. Now first, what you need to understand is we need to make sure you are a team manager. This is very simple. What do you have to do to become a team manager? Have 3 people underneath you. You are now a qualified team manager. You qualify for every one of the bonuses I'm about to discuss. With the fast start bonus, it works very easy. Everybody that's below your first level, levels 2 through 12, you are going to make a commission when there is a sign up. Which means if you have signed up Bob right underneath you on your first level, and Bob goes and signs up Jennifer right below him, you just made 5% as a fast start bonus. It goes 5%, 5%, 1%, 1%, half a percent, all the way to the bottom, 12 levels deep. This is massive. Easy cash, you don't have to do anything. I want you to understand that. The people that you bring on, as the levels get deeper, you get a piece of the pie. Mission number 3, once again, you don't have to do anything. Everybody that's a part of the Bonofa Marketing Opportunity have all subscribed to our bio, which is our business all-in-one office. The fee that they pay every single month is paid 6 levels down. You will get 5% of that fee, a total of 30% that goes back into the network. Are you guys starting to see how you're monetizing? Because guess what? I'm just getting started. Here is the biggest bonus of all. We call this the infinity bonus. Once again, you have to do very little. That's what I love about Bonofa and the Cube7 platform. And here's what happens. You are rewarded based on rank and volume of sales. And I don't want to get into a lot of detail. I will simply tell you that every single month this is evaluated based on the number of sales that you have, you are going to receive a percentage of those sales. It's a flat percentage. It's a very generous percent. It goes all the way to 19%. We can get into more detail if you want to learn more about how this works, and of course you do, because if you're not taking advantage of this, you are just leaving money on the table. But I can assure you that if you come in on this marketing opportunity, these levels are automatically going to apply to you, and you're going to have money falling out of the sky like I do. I open my email all the time and I'm going, what is this commission for? I had to go and learn about all the different commission structures because there are so many ways for us to monetize with Bonofa and Cube7. Now, mission number 5, this is where the Cube7 residuals come in. Now, all the other compensation models that we talked about have all dealt with Bonofa and getting signups into Bonofa. Now, the Cube7 residuals are where the monetization actually happens within the social network. This is where you get paid for people shopping, buying phone apps, downloading music, movies, and the list goes on and on. Now, this is a massive opportunity for you because it goes infinity deep. It doesn't matter if you have 1,000, 20,000, 50,000 levels below you, you can still get paid. It goes for infinity. And how this works is 80% of all the Cube7 profits are paid back into the network. And it is completely dependent on the level you choose to be at. Now, I recommend that you become a VIP. And when you become a VIP, you receive 100% commission on the 80% Cube7 profits. And we will talk about that in more great detail in another video. I just want to make sure that you understand the overall concept and idea with the compensation models inside of Cube7 as well as Bonofa. Now it's time to talk about the massive potential we have within our own networks already. And so if you notice these icons here on the screen, we've got Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. And those are just the icons that we could fit on the screen. Obviously, we can think about a lot more networks in addition to the 3 we have here. Now, I want you to stop for a minute and think about how many friends you have on, let's just take Facebook, for example. And for me, I have about 4,733 friends. Now, I've also got multiple accounts, but I can tell you on a conservative level, the average user has about 200 friends. Now, what if I told you that each one of those friends was worth €1? That would be 200 euros, a little bit more than $200, right? A euro's worth $1.35. Now, let's be conservative with the 200, and let's just say that you have 500 friends, and your friends each have 200 each. Well, that would be 100,000 Cube7 users. And are you ready for this? That equates to 100,000 euros paid directly to you according to the Cube7 model. Are you starting to see how this works? You have the ability to make a lot of money. The Cube7 residuals goes down infinity. It never stops. That means somebody can be 1,000 levels below you. They could be out there buying music or, buying their clothes or whatever they choose to do in the social media network. That generates a profit within Cube7. And remember, that person is in your downline. If you're a VIP, you're going to receive 100% commission on that 80% profit. I think you guys get it. Now, here's the most exciting part of all. Remember I told you the overall goal and objective for Bonofa was to go IPO in 2017. This is the main goal and objective. And the team behind Bonofa, they have set up this 80% profit plan so that you, me, and everybody in the network can make a lot of money. It'll spread like a viral disease, and when 2017 happens, users, this IPO is a sure thing. Now what we can do is we can look at some old world offline examples. And so if we take a simple company like Avon, which had a net sales of $11.3 billion for 2011 alone, that was 100 markets, that's 6.5 million salespeople, that's about 65,000 people per country on an average. And then we have Amway. And in 2011, the net sales for Amway was $10.9 billion. That served 80 markets. That's a salespeople of 3 million people. This is 37,500 people per country. This is just the offline markets. Now let's look at some of the online networks. The big one, Facebook, right? The IPO worth $110.3 billion. This was 1 billion users. That comes to 4,740,000 average users per country. But it doesn't just stop with Facebook. Let's talk about Groupon. Their IPO was $17.6 billion, 67 markets with 147 million users. That comes to 2,194,000 average users per country. And then we have LinkedIn. It had an IPO of $11.8 billion, 132 markets, 187 million users, and 1,416,000 average users per country. Are you guys understanding what I'm getting at here? And then we have WhatsApp, the new kid on the block. It's got a value of $7 billion, served in 90 markets, 130 million users. This comes to 1,450,000 average users per country. And all WhatsApp was it was a simple concept. It took an email and converted it to a text file. And so if you think about all the features, all the benefits, the cool apps, the music, the shopping, everything in the Cube7 network, I think you understand the potential we're talking about. Now, I personally believe that Cube7 can reach the levels that I just showed you. But let's be conservative here. And let's just do a fraction of what I just showed you. And so what if we had 5,000 partners in 100 different countries? That would be 500,000 partners worldwide. And what if each one of those partners had just 200 users each? Remember, at this time, I have 4,733 friends on Facebook alone. And Facebook does not have the music, the movies, the shopping, the phone apps, the €80 incentive just to get somebody to accept my friend requests. I think you guys see where I'm going here. Now, we take each one of those users, we give them a value of €150 each, and that gives us an IPO of $15 billion. Now you guys see where we are coming up with this very conservative figure. And it is my personal opinion that it will go far and beyond $15 billion, but for the sake of this presentation, we are going to be very conservative. Now, let me tell you what I respect about the team behind Bonofa and Cube7. They understand the ingredients needed for a successful IPO, and there are 5 factors that they have evaluated and instilled inside this social media platform. Number 1, they monitor the number of users. That's the most important thing. The second thing is they understand the need to collect data, names, numbers, emails. Data is very important in today's world. They also understand, and they've learned from other networks out there, that the length of time users stay in a system is very important. This is how you can market future prospects. This is how you can improve your system. And this is what's going to make this thing be a massive IPO. Something else they understand is the fact that we need to study buying behavior. And once again, this is my personal opinion, but to me, this right here is what put Facebook and Google in some senses on the map. And this team here understands that they not only needed to have monetization built into this system so that we can make a lot of money, but they also needed to have these ingredients to ensure that this IPO is a massive success. And finally, one of the most important things of all, they understand that they need to collect advanced personal data. And all of this goes on record so that it makes it very easy for people to buy inside of the Cube7 network. It makes it easy for you to monetize from those buyers, and they have all of this figured out with the Cash7 card. There's loyalty programs. It's going to result in massive discounts. I'm telling you, this is a massive opportunity. But let's take an example of some other IPOs and how much they sold for just after 18 months. You're probably familiar with Instagram. And Instagram was bought by Facebook after 18 months for $1 billion. A simple little app that doesn't do a quarter of what we're trying to do in the Cube7 network. Another one is LinkedIn, and LinkedIn was launched in 2003. Their IPO happened in May 2011. It had a value of $4.3 billion. And it's important to note, in less than 10 minutes, the value of LinkedIn doubled. It raised to $8.5 billion. And today, LinkedIn has over 187 million users and over 11.8 billion company that was evaluated as of November 2011. But then we come back to WhatsApp. And this IPO, we just discussed it a minute ago, had a $7 billion IPO. It was a simple SMS email software, and we believe that Cube7, this is a very realistic number. 15 billion is very conservative in my opinion. I personally believe that it's going to be 3 to 4 times the value of 15 billion. So here's a chance for you to make a lot of money. This is the big drum roll. This is where all the excitement happens. And this is the IPO 2017. And everything that I just covered, I have shown you why I personally believe that 15 billion is a very conservative number. And I think it will go above and beyond that. So what you need to be doing is you need to be building as many .com points as you possibly can. And this is your ticket to the future. And when the IPO happens in 2017, these .com points become shares within Bonofa. And you are then a co-entrepreneur in the Bonofa opportunity. And here's the good news. There are only 40 billion .com points that will be distributed to the members. So remember, the more friends you bring on to Cube7 and the more signups you get, the more .com points you are going to be banking for when that IPO happens. And so let's just speak conservatively again. Looking at an IPO of $15 billion, 40% of that $15 billion goes back into the network. It's very important for you to get that. It goes back into my pockets, back into your pockets, and back into everybody involved in the Bonofa opportunity. And so if we just had 1/100th of that IPO, that is 600,000 euros. If we had just 1/10 of that IPO, that is 6 million euros. And then, remember, we're being conservative here. If we just had 1% of that $15 billion IPO, which again, I believe to be a very conservative number, that is 60 million euros. Okay, so I know you're excited, you're pumped up. Before we start talking about the different packages available inside the Bonofa opportunity, I got one more caveat to get you guys pumped up. And what we need to do is we need to go back to the missions we talked about a couple minutes ago. And do you remember when I said that you want to have 3, 9, 27, 81, 120 users? Johnny, I want you to tell them what they're going to get.
Well, Chad, we have a bonus here for you. Your first step to financial freedom is a large one. You will receive no less than 30,000 euros in cold, hard cash. But that is not all. No way! In this business, time is important, so you will also get a beautiful Rolex watch worth 6,000 euros. And to be able to move around smoothly, you will enjoy the comfort of a brand new Mercedes smart car. Now, how about that?
Okay, so pretty cool, right? Are you seeing the massive potential? Are you seeing that Mercedes can be you, that Rolex watch, and 30,000 euros can be in your pocket? Now, let's go back to that mission. And this time, let's look at that 30,000 bonus. You have your top level here, and let's say that you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people underneath you that have already qualified for that 30,000 euro bonus. And Johnny, tell them what they get now.
Real prices for real winners. Because of this extraordinary accomplishment, we throw in an extraordinary amount. You will get, are you ready? You will get 250,000 euros. Winners do win more. And because you reached this goal within a set time frame of 9 months, you will be rewarded with a timeless luxury Rolex watch worth 10,000 euros or a 10,000 euros lifestyle package. Winners drive in style. Would a BMW X6 be stylish enough for you?
Okay, cool. So are you starting to like my friend Johnny? Because I'll tell you what, I just dig the guy. All right, but we're not done just yet. I got one more for you. I saved the best for last. Let's do the same exact scheme. This time, we have 5 people that have qualified for the 250,000 euro bonus. Johnny, you gotta let him in on this one.
Did you ever dream of winning that lottery and didn't? Well, here you will hit the jackpot. If you manage to help 5 people to reach that 250,000 bonus, you will be rewarded big time. A bonus package of 1.2 million euros. 1 million euros in cash. You heard it right, in cash. Plus an apartment in Berlin worth 200,000. But it doesn't stop there. We throw in a very luxurious Rolex watch of 20,000 euros or an equal value lifestyle package. And fasten your seatbelts. What do you think of a real Lamborghini that will be yours too?
Okay, so I know we get a little bit excited. I'm telling you guys, I'm just pumped up. I had a great time presenting this opportunity to you. Cube7 and Bonofa has changed my life. And this is a type of business model that I've never had the opportunity to participate in. I'm a product creator myself. And I'll tell you what, I've had a great time. And I haven't had to work as hard as I usually do. And I'm actually making more money in the process. So what's important to note is that you need to become a part of the Bonofa marketing opportunity before July 7th, 2013 to actually be eligible for the car bonuses and any of the other special bonuses that they have. So it's that time where we need to tell you about the different packages that are available to you and get you on your way to making those commissions with Bonofa and Cube7. The first package is our premium package. And when you buy this package, you're actually going to receive a voucher for 300 euros that you can spend in the Cube7 platform. And remember, that's the music, the movies, the shopping, the phone apps, the list goes on and on. In addition to that, you're also going to receive the Cube7 landing pages, the Bonofa landing pages that are going to help you with the sales as well as your conversions, the video email templates, the all business system, and you're going to receive accumulated .com points. That is the premium package. Then we have the exclusive package. And with this package, you're going to get a voucher for 1,000 euros that you can spend in the Cube7 platform. You're going to get access to the Old English Business Academy. And this consists of 25 modules for some of the top mentors, authors, instructors in this business. You're going to receive the video conferencing. You're going to get access to the webinar room, screen sharing, and more accumulated .com points. But brace yourself, because this is where you want to be. This is where you want to be by July 7th, 2013. Take a look at that Lamborghini on the screen there. You're going to receive a voucher for 2,500 euro voucher that you can spend in the Cube7 network. Full access to the Old English Business Academy. You're going to have your share of 1% of all world sales of Bonofa. Free users to the Cube7 platform. Let me explain this, because this is massive. When this goes live, when you are a VIP, Bonofa is going to use your links to sign up Cube7 users. Do you see how massive this is? You're also going to qualify for the car bonuses that Johnny told you about. You're going to have access to any other special deals they roll out with, and once again, more .com points. Now, I've got one more thing to show you, and this is the Business All-in-One Office. This is where mission number 3 came in, where it was 5% pay down 6 levels. 30% of the Business All-in-One Office profits goes back into the network, back into our pockets. All participants, everybody that has a Bonofa package, will be paying for this service. And this includes tracking systems for our video emails. It's a complete management system with full statistics, the automated business system, tracking for all the landing pages, everything we need to get the conversions, get the sales, and get monster commissions. So again, I'm going to tease you a little bit. Remember, you need to get in before July 7th, 2013 to be eligible for these car bonuses, the Mercedes, the Lamborghini. Take your pick. The option is up to you. You can have this lifestyle if you choose to. You just need to have the right mindset. You need to go out there, give it 100%, come in as a VIP, because I'm telling you, this is going to be a game changer. 80% profits back in your pocket. You can be cruising around that Lamborghini. You can have this new Rolex watch, 30,000 euros, 250,000 euros, 1 million euros, and I forgot to tell you, I don't know if Johnny mentioned it, but you also have a 200,000 euro apartment in Berlin. The list goes on and on. I want to welcome you to the Bonofa family. This is the real game changer. This is where it happens. This is where lifestyles start changing. This right here is probably the most important decision you can ever make in your financial future, for your family, in your entire life. And I stand 110% behind this company. And whatever you choose to do, have the positive mindset, give it 110%, and just nail it out of the park. And if you become a part of this family, make sure you look myself up, make sure you look our team up, because we are all here to help you. Again, I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this module, and I want to wish you all the best.